Hello guys. So today we'll be talking about a decision tree with the help of a Gini index and Gini. So in last video I talked about decision tree building and splitting of node with the help of entropy and information gain, where we see whichever node has more information gain. So that was the deciding criteria for splitting. But today we'll talk about Gini index. Okay. So what is Gini and what is Gini index? So a little brief about that, Gini tells you the how much impurity a particular node contains and what is meant by impurity. So let's understand. Suppose in your data set there are two classes. Okay. So just focus on this circle. So one class is plus and another class is your bubbles. Okay, so now you see here in this whole data set we have both the classes available. One is denoted by plus sign, other is denoted by this bubble sign. Okay, so here we see this whole data set is not pure, correct? Because we have a mix of both the classes. And what is the mix? How much percentage both classes are there? So that tells you the impurity. For example, if I draw another circle and here we have only plus, okay, then this is a pure class, pure, right? Because this node contains only the classes which belongs to plus basically, right? But this has mixed both, so that this node is known as impure. Okay, so that's where this will have Gini is equal to 0, but this will have some Gini. Okay, so this will calculate how to calculate when node contains both classes. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. So this is a little bit about what is Gini. It tells you the how much impurity a node contains or how pure a particular node is. If Gini value is 0, then that node is pure. What pure means that node contains only one class basically. Okay. So how we calculate Gini and how we calculate Gini index. So Gini is calculated by 1 minus sigma I belongs to n, that is nodes, and pi k square. So k is for which data item on that node we are calculating the Gini, and you can calculate 1 minus probability of success square plus probability of failure square. Okay, so this is the formula. I will explain how to interpret this formula. Okay, and similarly we have Gini index. This is nothing but the weighted Gini. If you multiply it by the probability value to that Gini, so that will become the Gini index. Okay, so for formula understanding, just hold on for a minute. Okay, let me go through, and then while I calculate the Gini and Gini index, then you will understand. Okay, but the meaning I described, Gini and Gini index both tells how much impurity is present in your node. Okay, so let's understand. So I have a data set available with me, there are 3 columns. So that is last column is the target variable, and first two features two predictive variable I have. Okay, so the first one type of employee, whether he is a fresher employee or he is belonging to senior level or he belongs to junior level. So there are 3 categories on this, and then hours of practice. So if a particular employee do more than 2 hours practice, this also do more than 2 hours, more than 2 hours, less than 2 hours, greater than 2 hours, less than 2 hours. Okay, so there are 2 categories here. Either he is doing practice more than 2 hours or less than 2 hours. Based on that, whether he is passing the exam or failing the exam. Okay, so Y means he passed the exam, yes, and N means no, he failed the exam. Okay, so that's where we want to predict. So that is our target variable. So for this we are going to implement a decision tree algorithm. Okay, so the conceptual understanding we need here, how decision tree node is being decided, what will be the parent node, what will be the in between decision node, what will be the leaf node. So those all criteria we need to decide, right? But of course, if you use sklearn, then they have the library inbuilt and everything will be done in one command. But what happens in behind the scene, that's I'm going to describe. Okay, and in last video I described already with the help of entropy and information gain, and today we are talking Gini and Gini index. Okay, yeah. So let's understand. So So our problem is to first define the parent node. What will be the parent node? Okay. So here I have taken only two predictor, but doesn't matter how many predictors you have, concept will be remain ditto same. Okay. So you can extend the same concept what I am going to describe for other features also. Okay, in the big data set. Okay. So first how to calculate the Gini. So suppose I am going to calculate the Gini for employee categories. Okay, so we will calculate the Gini for fresher. Okay, we will calculate Gini for junior. We will calculate Gini for senior employee. Okay, so these three categories are available in our employee column. Okay, so what will be Gini for fresher? So you just focus on this formula, like the Gini is nothing but the formula is like 1 minus probability of success, that is the probability of yes whole square plus probability of failure square. Okay, so this is also mainly used for binary classification. Okay, so in terms of fresher, like how many freshers are there? 1, 2, then 3. The total 3 freshers are there, right? And then out of 3, this is yes, and this is no, correct? So 1 minus, correct? What is the probability of success? That is 2, right? 2 times, correct? Yeah. So here you see for fresher, how many yes are there? There are 2 yes and 1 n, right? So probability of success is like there are total 3 freshers. So your total sample space will be 3 and 2 by 3 are yes. So you do the whole square plus 1 by 3 whole square. Correct? So this will become the probability of success and this will become the probability of failure. And if you solve this, then this will come, I have already solved this, it will come 4 by 9, that is 0.44. Okay. So this is how we calculate the Gini for fresher. Now let's calculate Gini for junior. So how many juniors are there? There is only one junior, right? Then for that you will calculate 1 minus 1 by 1 ka whole square plus 0, and that will be 0. Your Gini value will be 0 for junior. And let's calculate Gini for senior. And it makes sense also, right? Junior has, there is only one junior and it belongs to 1, right? So it is pure node, right? If you see only junior, then it is pure, right? If a candidate is belonging to junior category, then he is going to pass the exam. Doesn't matter how much practice he has done, right? Based on this much data set, correct? This is what we can conclude. Yeah, so that's what Gini means, right? Gini 0 means it is a totally pure node. There's no impurity involved here. Now calculate Gini for senior. So how many seniors are there? 1 and 2, right? And with respect to yes, no. So 1 is yes, 1 is no. So 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square, correct? So 1 by 2 is probability of success, I mean probability of yes, and 1 by 2 probability of no, correct? So how much it will come? 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0.5, correct? So this is the Gini. And now same thing we'll do with respect to hours of practice column, right? So this we did for employee column, okay? And now we'll do hours of practice. Okay, so here we will calculate Gini for one category that is greater than 2 hours, correct? So 1 minus greater than 2 hours. How many greater than 2 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4. And out of 4, so that 4 will become your sample space. Out of 4, how many are yes? 1, 2, 3, 3 are yes, right? Then remaining 1 will be no, correct? And if you solve this, then it will be something, it will come as 3 by 8. Okay, it will come 3 by 8. You can solve it. Okay, similarly for Gini for less than 2 hours, 1 minus, just see how many are less than 2 hours. There is 1 and 2, correct? and one is yes, and one is no. So it will again come 1 by 2, correct? This is 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2, correct? Now we know how to calculate the Gini, but the decision making is will be happen with respect to Gini index, okay? So that is the weighted Gini. So the node which has less Gini index, that has less purity, means that contains more information, correct? So that will be the node will become the parent node. So let's calculate the Gini index basically. So for Gini index calculation, what we will do, for employee, okay? So let's calculate first for employee. So how many are there? Like there is a fresher, there is a junior, there is a senior, right? Okay, and here it will be yes or no. So how many freshers are there? Total 3 freshers are there. Out of 3, there are 2 yes, right? Yes, and this is no, right? Then 2 here 1, correct? And total 3. And then junior is only 1 and 1 is yes, correct? 1, 0, 1. And how many seniors are there? Seniors are 2, and then it belongs to 1 category, right? So this is nothing but 6. This will be total number of rows, correct? So your Gini index will be, it is summation, right? So it will be summation. So for fresher probability multiplied by fresher Gini plus junior probability multiplied by junior Gini plus senior probability multiplied by senior Gini, right? This is how we calculate the Gini index. So what is the probability of fresher? 3 by 6, right? 3 by 6 multiplied by this 4 by 9, correct? Plus junior 1 by 6 multiplied by junior probability, that is 0, correct? Plus senior probability 2 by 6 multiplied by senior 1 by 2, correct? And if you solve this, this will become 7 by 18, okay? So this is the Gini index if you split for employee, okay? Let's calculate same thing for hours of practice, because we don't know whether employee will be the first node or hours of practice will be the first node, correct? So let's calculate same thing for hours of practice. So Gini index for hours of practice, okay? So there are 2 categories, greater than 2 hours and less than 2 hours, okay? And with respect to y and n. So how many greater than 2 hours are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 4 are there. Out of 4, how many are yes? 3 are yes, right? 3, and remaining 1 will be no. Less than 2 hours, 1 and 2, and there is 1 yes, 1 no, correct? And total rows are 6, correct? So Gini index will be probability of greater than 2 hours, that is 4 by 6 multiplied by Gini of greater than 2 hours, that is 3 by 8, okay? Plus 2 by 6, that is a probability of less than 2 hours, 2 by 6 multiplied by that Gini of less than 2 hours, that is 1 by 2. And it will come something like, it will be 5 by 12. And it is somewhere 0.41, okay? And this will come somewhere like 0.3, okay? So now you compare, Gini index for hours of practice is more than the Gini index of employee, 0.3, right? So we decide the parent node which has less Gini index, means less impurity, okay? So now we have Gini index for both, and now we'll see, okay, what will be our parent node. So based on the comparison, we have already seen like which one is less. So Gini index for employee is less, so that's where this will be our parent node, okay? So I'm going to, now you understood Guinea, so I'm just going to rub this part, okay. And we'll see, we'll draw the decision tree. So it will be employee, right? So employee is the parent node. So that we have decided based on Gini index value, correct? And it has 3 nodes. That one is fresher, one is junior, and third one is senior, correct? Now if it is junior, then junior you have seen like entropy came 0, right? And here also you see for junior doesn't matter hours of practice, it is directly yes. So it will go to yes, correct? And for fresher it will be like there is only one column is remaining, then no need to calculate further for Gini index. So it will be greater than 2 hour or it will be less than 2 hour. And here also it will be greater than 2 hour and it will be less than 2 hour, correct? Now you see for greater than 2 hour what is there? If it is fresher and greater than 2 hour, then it is yes, correct? And if it is fresher less, yeah, for fresher if it is okay, for fresher all values are greater than 2 hour, right? So for less than 2 hour there is nothing, right? So there is nothing, okay. Let me just check the database once, okay. Yeah, so so here what you need to do, basically you cannot directly say yes or no. So for greater than 2 hours there are 2 outcomes are for yes, there is 1 outcome for no, correct? So ultimately you will go with probability like which one is higher. So there are majority are yes, so ultimately you will say okay this is yes, okay. So if it is greater than 2 hours then it will come yes, and if it is less than 2 hours then we don't have data available, right? If we have further data then of course we can decide, right? And same for senior, it is if senior greater than 2 hours then it is yes, and if senior less than 2 hours then it is no, correct? So now you have seen how Gini index has helped us to decide the parent node. And further if you have any other feature, then for each so till here you have decided, right? And like we have seen in our previous class, that is information again. So if you have a further more than one feature, then again you calculate Gini index for each of the feature with respect to their categories and see which one has lesser Gini index, and you decide that node will come here, okay? And similarly with respect to junior, with respect to senior you can do, but here we have only hours of practice, then of course we can segregate it like this, okay? But concept remains same. You focus on the concept. You calculate the Gini index and see which node has less Gini index and make that as a parent node, okay? So that's how decision tree is built, and I hope you are clear with Gini and Gini index. Gini is nothing but it tells you the purity of a node. If your node is homogeneous with respect to a class, then that Gini will be 0 because it is a pure node. But it is a mix of classes, multiple classes, then Gini will have some value, okay? And of course it will be max value will be 1, it will be 0 to 1, right? And Gini index, it is just the weighted Gini, okay? That's all for today's session. I hope you liked the class, and if yes, then please do not forget to subscribe my channel so that you get regular update. So thank you.